My name is Minister Terry Scott, coming to you with some words of encouragement. I want to talk to you about throwing in the towel in order to win. The phrase throwing in the towel means you stop trying to do something because you realize that you cannot succeed. It serves as a symbol that one is giving up or had enough. How many times have there been for you when it looked like you couldn't make ends meet, or your circumstances were so difficult until you wanted to just throw in the towel? I think it's safe to say that we've all had our throw in the towel moments. I can only imagine where we would be if some of those who went before us had thrown in the towel, such as the farmer waiting months and even years on his harvest to come in, Thomas Edison's 6,000 experiments on the improvement of the light bulb, Jacob not giving up the fight before the angel blessed him. The Bible is evidence that this phrase is different within the spiritual aspect of life. An example of a throw in the towel moment was in Galatians 6 verse 9. Paul encouraged the church by saying, "Let's not get tired of doing what is good, for at the right time when we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." We throw in the towel only when we're defeated. We give up when we feel we can't win. This is why we give up on our rebellious teenagers. We throw in the towel in our marriages. We give up on our friends who's caught in a grip of an addiction. We throw in the towel on our jobs and walk out saying, they're never going to change, so I might as well find another job. Throwing in the towel can be the defining quality of many of our lives, even as believers. But believers are encouraged to not throw in the towel according to the phrase as the world understands it. Believers should not throw in the towel because of the hardships they may have to endure, because we are Christ followers. We should have hearts of gratitude to Jesus because he did not throw in the towel when it came to mankind. Jesus has given us an example in himself that we should not throw in the towel and give up, because there's always hope through which victory is assured. Throwing in the towel when it comes to God is actually a winning movement and moment. You throw in the towel on self, you're telling God, I cannot fight this battle on my own, so I'm throwing in my towel. I'm throwing in my towel of disobedience. I'm throwing in my towel of rejection. I'm throwing in my towel of prayerless nights. I'm throwing in my towel of being an anti-Bible study goer. I'm throwing in my towel of speaking ill will of others. I'm throwing in my towel because I'm tired of losing it in this present situation. Know that throwing in the towel when it comes to God, that you are actually positioning yourself to be a winner round by round. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him who has endured such hostility by sinners against himself, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Hebrews 12 verse 2 and 3. When Jesus went to the cross, perhaps those who trusted him, hated him, and even Satan thought this was a throw in the towel moment. All watching Jesus' lifeless body hanging on the cross perhaps thought this was the end. Thought that he would throw in the towel of weakness. But it was a throw in the towel moment of strength. It was not a moment of surrender, but a moment of submission. In 3 days, the world would come to know that it was not a throwing in the towel as a defeat, but it was Jesus laying his linen clothes down that he might get up. In other words, throwing in the towel moment was victory for Jesus and for anyone who wants this type of a throw in the towel moment. So I encourage you today to just don't throw in the towel of defeat, but throw in it as a sign of surrendering your will to the will of God. And therefore, your moment of throwing in the towel is a moment of victory. Thank you, and God bless you.